Good day and welcome, Northeast Beasters, to another edition of our weekly fantasy video. Past week was okay, not really for me. Better scoring than the first week, though. Things are getting on track. Quarterbacks are getting it down. So, in our league, there's 3 unbeaten teams left. Team Wynick, far and above number 1. He's same spot he was in last year. He was in first place all last year until he got demolished in the championship game. We have 3 unbeaten, 3 winless teams. The scoring average in the league is 83 points, which is pretty good after 2 weeks. A big surprise, the Charlestown Pats are number 1 in scoring after 2 weeks at 100 points per week. We ridiculed him, made fun of him for drafting 2 kickers super early, a bunch of bullshit. Well, his players, it's worked out. We'll see what happens going forward, though. Champions team, the champion from last year, might have a champions hangover. He's 0-2 now, very last place in the league. I don't expect it to stay like that, but as of right now, it is. Little bit of old business. It's finally done. We have it here. It's shipped in from the smelting shop. Blitz and a pancake. It's the Golden Plunger. Golden Plunger will be getting shipped out this week to my friend Dave from Balls Deep. He is the official champion of this. See that? It's Golden Plunger, motherfucker. Okay. Let's get to the top performing players of last week. As far as quarterbacks go, we have Tom Brady with 31 points. Big week for that fag. Also, Carson Wentz and Trevor Simeon. Yeah, nobody knows his name, huh? Numbers 2 and 3. Nobody owns them. They do now, but they didn't. Big week for Brady. Big week for the owner. Running back, C.J. Anderson with 27 points. That Broncos team looks very scary. Hunt with another 23 points. Dude's crazy. Charlestown Pats has him. Wide receivers, also owned by the Charlestown Pats. Michael Crabtree with 26 points. Michael Crabtree, I don't get it with him. I have a money tumor. Maybe that's why I don't get it. Red zone. You have a huge physical receiver, talented. No, Crabtree. Give it to Crabtree. Okay, whatever. Tight ends, we have Gronk with 18 points. It's about time he showed up. And then groin injury, whatever. He's practicing. He's fine. That's good to see. I like Gronk. Makes it worth the draft pick right there. He's doing well. So, out of the first 2 weeks, between wide receivers and running backs, top 10 scored, there are 2 wide receivers. One of them, Michael Crabtree, the number 1 scoring wide receiver. Number 2, J.J. Nelson, unowned until now. So, top 10, it's all running backs, just like last year. 1 wide receiver is owned. Wide receivers have sucked so far this year. You got Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Jordy Nelson. They're all underperforming, or is that kind of a normal thing? Quarterbacks have taken some time to get back into it. I think that'll change. I think there'll be, 4 out of the top 10, maybe 5 will be wide receivers, but we'll see. Let's see. Charlestown Pats. Kareem Hunt and Michael Crabtree. Top running back, Kareem Hunt. Top wide receiver, Michael Crabtree. He has them both. He's 2-0, top point getter. Maybe he fooled us all. But maybe he didn't. What else do we have here? Should we apologize for making fun of Cousin Johnny and the Charlestown Pats for his draft? Not quite yet. Let's give it 2 more weeks and see what happens. Because I haven't this week. In the top 25 of scoring for this year, there's only 2 wide receivers. So who are going to be the top 5 wide receivers? Because they're going to make the big difference. A.J. Green, I don't know what's going on with the Bengals. He's usually up there. Yeah, there's a plethora. I mean, Hopkins, I didn't like him this year because I don't like the quarterback situation. Everything else there. Maybe promising now against the Patriots this week. I'm not really sure. Wide receivers not doing it. So let's get to the recap of last week. By the way, week 1, I'm pretty sure I nailed every single matchup really close to, way better than the NFL.com projections. This past week, I don't think I had a single pick right. So, you never know. Start right off with the Moonstone Dung Beetles against Gru. Goats are us. I've never beaten Gru. I don't know what it is. His team really sucks this year. But he beat me. Behind 30 points from Tom Brady. However, there's a caveat to that. Greg Olsen broke his foot in like the first quarter. That's the 4th player. Four times that I've lost a player that I've drafted this year. For pretty much the season. He might catch a couple weeks in the end of the season, but I don't see them being a playoff team, so probably not. 4 players out for the season. Yeah, that sucks. As far as Gru goes, Brady was the only player in double digits in his lineup other than a defense or a kicker. I can't remember which. However, he had 5 players in double digits on his bench. I mean, you can't go by the NFL.com predictions. I mean, make your own choices. You did win, barely, but you could have blown me out. And then I would have had to be eating a towel or something at this point. Mystic River Mudheads against the Charlestown Patriots. This was the highest scoring match of the week, I believe. Charlestown Pats scoring 114 points, killing it. Between Michael Crabtree and Hunt, that was 50 points, 49 points, something like that between the two. That was up there. I mean, that's you can't beat that. So there you go. Show me your TDs against Abdullah Oblongata. The Packers game sealed it. Between Aaron Rodgers and Montgomery, that was 42 points. Show me your TDs is undefeated. However, they have the lowest points for. I think they're actually in 6th or 7th place as far as points scored for. Couple lucky matchups maybe, but they're undefeated. There you go. Team Weinig against the Champions team. This is a rematch of last year's championship match where the Champions team destroyed Team Weinig. Different story this time. Team Weinig is rolling. Big points every week. First place. The Champions team lost again. They are winless in dead last place. They're going different directions here. However, I don't expect it to stay that way. The Champions team should be moving up. After that, we have JPP's Fireworks Stand. Still the best team name in the league, I think. Maybe one of the worst teams, though. Got beat up by Can You Dig It? It was pretty much a blowout. Can You Dig It puts up 100 points, and now they are undefeated also after really struggling last year. They found their groove. Manny knows some shit about football. And CJ Anderson with 27 points, that didn't hurt either. The Alaskan Oil Slickers against Balls Deep. Closest match and the lowest scoring match. Balls Deep wins in a shocker. And both those teams are pretty much in the same position right now. As far as waivers and injuries go, let's get to that. John Brown is injured, but J.J. Nelson is still unowned. Not anymore, but he was, and he was one of the only 2 top 10 scoring players between running backs and receivers, 4 receivers. J.J. Nelson got picked up first on the waiver wire. Jordy Nelson is hurt, is he? He practiced today. Gronk, I thought there was a big stigma with Gronk groin injury. No, he's practicing as well. Andrew Luck is still out, and he got picked pretty early. However, the Alaskan Oil Slickers backup is Big Ben, so who really cares? Rob Kelly has a fractured rib for the Redskins. Chris Thompson went number 2 on the waiver by me. Rob Kelly may be playing limited snaps, definitely. Chris Thompson, super explosive. Big points so far. I expect more from him. Funches got picked up by the Alaskan Oil Slickers. I like that pick a lot. I had a claim in for him with Greg Olsen out now. I know it's different positions, with Funches being a wide receiver and Olsen obviously being a tight end, but there's a gap there. And Funches is a physical type. He runs around the middle. I think he's going to see a huge improvement in targets, in catches, in scores, everything. Nice pickup. Simeon and Carson Wentz. Fuck the Eagles. However, they both find homes now. Simeon is like the second or third scorer in the league, and Wentz is second or third scorer in the league. Yeah, that's right. That's why you don't draft a quarterback high, because they're free. All right, let's get right to week 3. We have some previews here. Starting with the matchup of the week. We have Can You Dig It against Show Me Your TDs. Battle of the Unbeatens, second and third place. As I see it right now, I'm seeing Can You Dig It by 10 points. I just like Jason Ajayi against the Jets. The Jets suck. There's going to be a lot of garbage time there for the Jets, but not for Miami. Going to be a lot of running time. Let's run the clock out. Ajayi, here you go. Here's the rock. Team Wynick against Balls Deep. This is a shit-talking rivalry. This is not good. I got a text message from Dave from Balls Deep that said, is putting super glue on the top of a toilet seat considered shit talk, or is that over the edge? And I said, not in this league. That is anything goes, buddy. Do it and send a video. So hopefully we get that. However, I have Team Wynick under 10 points. 2 positions going on Thursday night, so maybe we'll get a better indication after that. But pretty close matchup. Wynick by 10 or under. Alaskan Oil Slickers against JPP's Fireworks Stand. The Alaskan Oil Slickers have great matchups. They should roll. Sorry, but I think JPP is still winless. The Moonstone Dung Beetles against the Charlestown Pats. Me and my beloved cousin Johnny. I feel like this is going to be a close matchup. I feel like the Dung Beetles rise from the ashes, become 1-2 this week, and really put a stamp on this league. I am pretty much guaranteeing 100 points, and yeah, something that you guys should probably see. I have some footage.
You got some mail?
No return address. Doesn't look like a bill. Check on a note. Dear Commish, please don't beat me this week. Here's a little donation. Seatown Pats. It's a check for $7.23. This is how he's been beating people?
Can you guys believe that? Unbelievable. I'm watching this draft. I'm like, Johnny's going to have a coach. He's going to have a coach. Like, somebody's going to be helping him out. I mean, Johnny's my cousin. I love him, but he doesn't know that much about football. He's a Patriots fan. But he's been winning, putting up huge points. People have been losing to him. Well, that's why. There you go. Oh, man, I was shook. I swear to God, Johnny, I will run over your garbage cans and I will steal your chicken. To the next matchup, Abdullah Oblongata against Gotaros Gru, who just beat me. Before I get into this matchup, I have to say, we have some fresh shit talk in this league. Babe, fresh shit talk. Yeah. From Dan of Abdullah Oblongata. He's been lighting up the message boards here about trades. He got some trade rape deal sent to him. And Dan knows more about football than almost anybody in this league. And he called him right out. And he kept going with it. And it was badass. You might get an award next week, my friend. It's about time somebody to start chirping up. I think this matchup is very, very close. If Abdullah keeps McCoy on the bench, I'm a big guy, and you play your studs. You play your studs. I don't care what defense, although Denver's defense looks excellent. I think if Abdullah keeps McCoy on the bench, they might lose. And if they play him, they will win. We'll see what happens with that. It's very interesting. Champions team against the Mystic River Mudheads. Another close matchup. I think this is the week the champions team gets on the board, though. I like their matchups a little bit better. Might be a little low scoring, although you know what? When I projected it out, I think the weekly average across the league this week is closer to 90 points than 85. Than 83, I should say. 88 I have it at. So I'm putting up 100. I'll tell you right now, I'm putting up 100. I'm winning this week. You know what? I don't know if you guys have seen this. I got some fucking 80s hair going on now. I'll tell you what. If I don't win this week, I will not cut my hair. And I will hairspray it. And I will put it up. And I will have big collared shirts. And I'll be bumping fucking... The fuck is that? Damn. What the fuck's that thing called? That night at the fucking Roxbury, whatever the hell that shit is. I'll bump that in my Cadillac. So that pretty much concludes it. Stay tuned if you want to see some footage from the fresh Golden Plunger Award sent to Dave. Him and the D-Train, Team Weinick and him were going at it on that thing, you know, partying a little bit. We'll see what happens with that. So, after this week, my projections, 2 unbeaten teams left, 2 winless teams left, and that's about it, guys. Enjoy yourself. Get at me.